up and down shift. I have a vertical shift. So this is going to be the same thing as the cosine of x moved up 5. So I'm going to graph very, very carefully on these. I tried this size graph today. I think it's okay. So I'm going to scale my graph in a particular manner. You need to scale your graphs like this. Every tick mark on my graph is going to be 1/6 pi. 1/62636 of pi is a half. 4/65666 of pi is 1 pi. 7/68696 of pi is 1.5 pi. 10/6, 11/6, 12/6, 12 divided by 6, that's 2 pi. Okay. First thing I'm going to graph is just plain old cosine. The amplitude of this function is 1, so my cosine goes between 1 and -1. Cosine starts at its maximum on the y-axis, ends up in the same place at 2 pi. In the middle, it's at its minimum. At the quarter points, it's on its horizontal axis. So I have successfully graphed just plain old cosine x. Okay? Now I'm going to do the +5. I have 5 points graphed here. I take each one of those points and move it up 5. Point number 1 here on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ba-boom. There she goes. Point number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is cosine of x plus 5. And you might notice that I can put a horizontal line through the center of this. And that horizontal line is at y equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we're going to do a phase shift. Oh, I don't want to leave. Can I leave this picture? Yeah? Okay. Now we'll do a phase shift. I'm going to do one with sine. Huh? Which equation? Do I need the black equation? Do I need the black graph?
No, the y equals 5.
Oh, do you have to have the y equals 5? No, but it will help when you're working backwards tomorrow, looking for that horizontal line. But yeah. Got it. Sorry, didn't understand. Y equals sine of x minus pi. This one is a phase shift. I am going, it's minus pi, so that means I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to go to the right. Pi units. Okay, here we go. mark off my graph. First I'm just going to do sine of x. 162636 pi over 2. 46566 pi. 7896 3 pi over 2. 10, 11, 12, 6 2 pi. Amplitude is 1. Oh, good. And sine starts at the origin, ends at the origin. Halfway in between, we are on the same, ends at the origin. Ends at 2 pi on the x-axis. Sorry. Halfway in between is still on the x-axis. Quarter way, it's at its maximum. 3/4 way, it's at its minimum. There's sine. Now let me take each one of these 5 points and move them to the right by pi. Point number 1, at the origin, move that to the right by pi. Oh, there it is. I have moved over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tick marks. Oh, 6, 6, that's 1 pi. Okay, cool. Point number 2, move it over by pi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point number 3, move it over by pi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point number 4, the minimum, move it over by pi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point number 5, right here, 2 pi, move it over by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? I've moved it, but my graphs are going to be required to be between 0 and 2 pi, so I need to fill in the graph over to the right. Alright, so I need to get down to a minimum, and I need to go over by 3 spaces down to my minimum. 3 spaces again to get me back on the horizontal axis. I filled in the rest. Okay? So there is sine x minus pi. We have 2 more to do, and they just get harder from here. I did the easy ones. We have plenty of time. Yes, sir. So we're not going to graph the ones where the h isn't in pi, because those are kind of crazy to do at this point. So we're leaving them in pi. Your book has a lot of homework problems like that. That's why I've kind of like picked and choose which ones we're going to do. Okay, so let's get more complicated. Let's do. Did you want to do a negative one? Maybe. Oh, you know what? They're all. I don't think we have any negative ones that you have to. Yeah, you may have to. I think for demonstration purposes, let's keep them positive. All right. There might be, but not negative ones that contain every single translation and transformation. So, you know, we have done the negative ones before. But let me just do some pretty straightforward translations here. I'm going to change my amplitude here now to 2. I'm going to do a cosine. X minus pi over 3 plus 4. All right. So first, let me just graph my cosine, but let me graph it with an amplitude of 2. An amplitude of 2 means my cosine is going to go between